The final push is on for the midterm elections as candidates are in a nonstop sprint to deliver voters to the polls on Tuesday. The stakes are so high, both the current president and his predecessor are on the campaign trail. President Trump has 11 rallies planned in 8 states in the final week leading up to November 6th, while former President Barack Obama was in states like Florida and Georgia yesterday. Both have one goal: to rally voters to the polls. Well, it's homecoming down in Troy today. The Trojans actually just finished pulling off a victory in that homecoming game less than an hour ago. More on that in just a moment. But this week was full of festivities leading up to the big game. Today, all the fun kicked off with a parade. Take a listen. The Montgomery Freedom Rides Museum hosted a very special event today. A freedom rider spoke this afternoon about the importance of the history of the Freedom Rides movement. Eric Etheridge spoke about his book, Breach of Peace, Portraits of the 1961 Mississippi Freedom Riders. Catherine Brooks, a freedom rider who joined the movement in 1961, is actually featured on the cover of the extended edition. The city of Auburn has made several changes with parking over the past several months, and now some downtown business owners are trying to make these changes a little bit easier on their customers' wallets. WSFA 12 News reporter Jordan Elston has the details.
Big of a game that is.
Oh, I was out at lunch with Lee earlier. She's doing her Gator Chomp, even though Mizzou just beat Florida.
I was about to say, Missouri
it's fine.
won.
We don't talk about that, Lee.
Yeah.
I was listening to people talk about their game day preparations from home. They were picking up food. They were excited. There was a lot of traffic. This is a big deal.
Yeah, and we saw Justin at the beginning of the show, and you could see how many Crimson Tide fans had rolled in.
With just 3 days to go before the midterms, the president is using immigration to rally his base. Now, the first wave of troops is arriving at the Texas border, even though the so-called migrant caravans aren't expected to arrive for a couple of weeks. For a closer look at what it's like on the ground, here's NBC's Gabe Gutierrez in Hidalgo, Texas. Right now, the military is doing a series of drills and installing chain link fencing. Troops have been called to this region before, but this time they say their presence is expected to be much more visible. Tallahassee police are working to determine what motivated a gunman to open fire in a yoga studio where he shot and killed 2 people and injured 5 others. Police have identified the shooter as 40-year-old Scott Paul Beerley. After shooting 6 people and pistol whipping another, police say Beerley then killed himself. Those who managed to escape headed to a nearby bar to take cover.